Hello lovies, so glad you're here for some Sunday inspiration. So I am just positively in love, and I am seriously going to make some companion pieces to this because I just love this. It felt so good. It came from such a good place. But I worked in some different, like I did things a little differently than I normally do, different color format as far as the background goes. So there will be a collage pack for this piece that will have, I don't have them all because I really use just about everything. I have little bits, pieces left. You're going to get this paper, this background, the grungy texture. You're going to get that, which helps in the background, but I also use some crackle paint, and I'll share that in a second. But this vintage wallpaper, this vintage floral design here, this was just a scrap. These two things were scraps, so you can find something in your stash for that. I knew I needed something textural for this. It was like I had everything except it was just, you know that time when you're like, it needs something. And I just scrounged and then I found this, and that was perfect. But this piece here comes from these book pages, and they're in the background as well. So those will all be all the little bits and pieces. Some of these are in another collage pack, but I have decided that I'm going to try and just continue to put all the pieces that I use for one piece in a collage pack. It helps you from not having to search, and it helps me from not having to search. I'm not going to include these because I think everybody's got some bingo cards now, and if not, you've got a download of mine that's easy to find. So yeah, the background is delicious in my opinion. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to share really quick what I used for the background. So I put my papers down, and then I put my papers down with Deco Art Matte Medium. If you guys, I know I'm part of the design team, but their products are really fantastic for the price and everything. So if you haven't tried them, give them a try. But matte medium for the background, and then I used gesso, their white gesso, to kind of scrape over and do a wash and paint in some of the blank spaces because I didn't cover all of it. And then the three colors that I used outside of the papers is this. Black, charcoal gray, and this is one of my new favorite colors, is antique white. It's just kind of yum. And then no, I didn't use titanium white because I used the gesso for my white. I didn't even use white. So, but what I also used was Deco Art's crackle paint. Wow. Crackle is hard. It's really hard and so inconsistent, and I'm just loving the consistency of this. What's nice is it's white, so to paint, I mean, you can use it white for sure, but like you saw me add color to it, and of course your color is going to be diluted down a little bit because this is white, but still, if you can see, and I did the gray to it, so you can see kind of how it lightens it up. Oh, yummy. Very happy. Makes me happy. So that's the background, and I just used my palette knife and a brush and just kind of randomly. And then when I put my stuff back down, I went back over it with the gesso. So anyway, these are going to be included in your collage pack as well. A couple of these postage stamps. But I'm going to have a stencil coming with these. So I used my scribble stencil for the little bits. I just wanted a tiny bit, and I used gray. I used my charcoal gray because I did the black. There were a lot of mistakes that you got to see that I was like, nope, do over. But I did the black and I didn't like it, and I did some other. I tried to use my other stencil and I didn't like that either. So I did the gray and I love it, love. And then these little like stitches. Perfect, right there, like I sewed something on. I don't know. Awesome. Okay, I think I covered it all. So this is Quiet Courage. And you guys, what a week I've had as far as inspiration goes. We went, a couple weeks ago, we went and saw the movie Hidden Figures. If you have not seen it, it's a must-see. It is, especially if you're a woman, it's a must-see. It is so inspiring and so amazing. And the journey of these women and how they were treated and how they overcame, and just their quiet courage, and sometimes not so quiet, but most of the time, quiet courage, and their determination. Their determination against some odds that I will never understand. I understand a lot of the women thing, but there are some other things that I will never understand. And I walked away and I'm still, weeks later, just in awe and inspired. And so I got to thinking about how I could take that, that feeling and create something with it, and what the meaning was. And I started searching through my journals because I was thinking about the quiet courage. Because it was funny, because after the movie, I'm so inspired. I was talking to my husband and I said, start listing words. Start throwing out words of what you felt when you, because he was inspired too. And, so I have this litany of words that came from that movie, and part of that is, and there I have a ton of other great ideas, but I went back through my journals because there were so many things that I related to. Like I said, there are a lot of things that I would never understand, but there are a lot of things that I related to as a woman, and just facing struggle and transition and just all kinds of stuff. And went back through my journals and went through those times when I was really struggling, or when I was planning my path. And it wasn't loud, and it wasn't demonstrative, and I wasn't screaming things from the top of the rooftops, but I was quietly planning where I wanted to go and what I wanted to do, and silently dreaming, and then beginning to take the steps. And I was looking at the lists in my journal of this was in 2006, and it was about dreaming about what if I had a business, what would it look like. And it's amazing, this list that I wrote in 2006 is exactly what I'm living today. And then a year later, I was checking off steps, and a year later I was checking off more steps to get to the place that I'm at today. And so with all of that, I want to take the moment to encourage you to, so often right now, we want everything to happen right now. This moment, everything has to be right now. And that's just not, sometimes that's how it works. But for the most part, and I'll speak for my life, that is never how it's worked out. I've always looked back years later and gone, oh, yeah, okay, I got it, I get it. I understand why I went through what I went through, because it gave me the perspective for the moment that I'm in right now. And so, friend, have quiet courage. It can be loud too. And there were times when I was loud and I said, I will do this. And I spoke it. But there were so many times behind the scenes when I was just steadfastly making my list, checking things off one by one, while living life, while raising my kids as a single mama, as, whatever your circumstances are in. That quiet courage is dangerous and oh so amazing. Because one step at a time, one check mark at a time, your courage muscles build, your strength muscles build, your wisdom builds. And my friend, this quiet courage changes things. It changes the world. It changes history. It changes so many things. Just like the movie. It changed. Things were beginning to change, but it changed so many things. in history. This movie, the story of these three women, oh my gosh. Have quiet courage today. Don't give up. Keep going. Make your list. You're in the moment you're in for the most perfect reason. We can't see it sometimes, but you are. And it's in those moments that you learn the lessons to get to where you're going to go. And we don't know the time, and it could have been fast and it could have been slow. But my friend, keep going. Have your quiet courage. It's going to make all the difference. It's going to change history. I love you, my friends. I hope your Sunday is awesome. I hope you have peace. And I hope that you find and make and repeat over and over and over your quiet courage to get to where you want to go. Have a great Sunday, and always, always know that you are loved.